Hello, buds. Sorry it's been a little bit. I've been trying to figure out a good schedule for recording and for uploading, because you should have to upload overnight, so... yeah. So I've been trying to figure that out. Still trying to figure out a good schedule, like, so it'll work out with everything else I'm doing, and with school and all. So, yeah, wish me luck on that. Like I said, I think before, videos might be a little bit more sporadic because of me still trying to figure everything out. And I'm still trying to figure out if I can go back to streaming as well. So, we'll see if we can do that, hopefully. But yeah, so today's video is we're going to be, giving Lorelei a new outfit, because in the recent D&D game that I'm playing her in, she got a new outfit. And she also got a cloak of bellowing, which is great. It is perfect for her. She could be so dramatic now. But yeah, so... Oh, I forgot to plug in my drawing tablet. 1 second. Shit. It won't go in! There we go. I almost knocked over my tea when I did that. Alright. So... sorry if there's any cuts or anything in this. This will likely take me a while because I take forever deciding on outfits. So yeah. If there are any weird cuts, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. And let's get started. So I actually have not, like the parts here where the body is missing and the head's missing and all that, I actually did not, erase those. Hold on. I actually just essentially used quote-unquote whiteout. I just took the background color and covered up those parts. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to want to change her hairstyle. And I'm thinking of using this as like a base for every time I want to like change her outfit or change like figure out if she'll look good in a certain outfit or with a specific hairstyle. So we'll see. I might find a different, like I might sketch out a different kind of base for her for whenever I want to do that. I need to do it with my other characters too, to be fair. So because I like to put them in different outfits and see how they'll look in different settings and things. It's a lot of fun. But yeah. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and hide her hair. Let me combine these two actually. Oh, I did delete that though, didn't I? I didn't mean to. Why did I delete that? Oh yeah, because of the, okay. Because of the front pieces of hair. Because of, let me find what layer that was on. This. Alright, there we go. Forgot to merge those pieces. Alright. So, oh, waiting for it to save. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I have some ideas for what I want to do. Not completely certain of it, so we'll see. Let me make a separate folder. This will be for the outfits. So I've thought about overalls. Just kind of like, so in the game she's been working in a circus and she wears red and white striped dungarees for that. So I was thinking of getting her overalls, like as a little callback to that in the game. I thought that would be fun. So let's see how she would look with overalls. My computer is a little laggy today. So let's see how she'll look with that. I also thought about just giving her like a cute little sundress. I don't know. I don't know why my pen is so laggy right now. That's really weird. Okay, so, and also, the DM also draws. He's amazing. He drew Lorelei in her dungarees, and it looked like she had a belt on, so I could do something kind of like that, but I'm thinking I could do like a, kind of like what Praxis has. He has this little, like, it's like a piece of cloth, sort of. So I could do something like that. Let me bring this this way, okay. And then kind of bring it over here. Didn't mean to do that. And then trying to get this right. I'm having a hard time because my pen is so laggy right now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it looks very stiff right now, but that's okay. We're just kind of brainstorming. I can fix it later. So something kind of like this. Let me use this actually to make it look a little nicer. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so we got that going on. I could make it like shorts, like overall shorts. Kind of, because I feel like she wears a lot of shorts for some reason. I feel like that's just kind of her style. Which I have a few characters who are like that. I have a few characters who wear mostly stuff like that because it's just more comfortable for them. Let's see. This kind of reminds me of like one of those older fashioned swimsuits. So I'm not sure. It would be kind of funny. But, let's see. Alright, so I kind of like that on her, I'm not gonna lie. It's really cute. It's very, very cute. But I don't think that's fitting, really, for the setting that she's in. But I do like this. I do like that idea, so let's take this out. And I might not do the overall, so let's also take off this part right here. I'm going to design the cloak later. I'm going to like copy this once the outfit's done. And then I'm just going to kind of bring it over and draw the cloak over the top of it, so hopefully it'll look good with the outfit. The cloak design will. I'm going to look up different kinds of cloaks and see what would fit her, probably. Because while I want her to fit with the setting, I also want this to fit her personality and style. She's a very fun character. She's a lot of fun. I really like her. You can surprisingly do a lot to make a slime very expressive. It's very funny. So let me save and let me make a new layer actually because I actually really do like this idea of the little sort of sash belt thing. I could do, well, she doesn't really need a corset, but it might look kind of cute. And then like a shirt under it? No, that'll look strange. For her at least, it would look a little strange on her because of the way she's kind of already shaped as if she's wearing a corset. Wait, let me actually draw it out a little better. Oh, I could do like a... no. It's hard to imagine her in anything outside of like her usual outfit. Or more modern clothes. It's really strange for me. Okay, so let's erase that part. Good one. It's down there, so I'm going to slide this a little bit. Slide this a little bit more. No. I'm trying to figure out if this actually is going to look good. Technically, it doesn't have to look good on her because she kind of just found these clothes in like a pile. So she didn't buy them or anything, so I don't know if... Come on. So I don't know if they would actually look good on her. But I like to make my characters look pretty. As much as I can. Okay, so I'm gonna have the shirt kind of come out, bulge out a little bit here. Kind of like it's being squeezed in. And then same over here. I don't want it to look like it's bulging out too much, just because then it would kind of ruin her silhouette a little bit, I feel like. Or I might add on to it, I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. But then, I should probably also pull this out a little bit more, shouldn't I? This little part right here. So let me actually make this... There. There we go. Alright, and now let me go back to her shirt. I wonder, Peter Pan collars were not a thing during the medieval times, but this is also very fantasy. So I could technically go in any kind of direction with her collar that I want. Let me actually make this bulge out a little bit more. So I actually like the idea of it adding to her silhouette a little bit. So let me go ahead and do that. There we go. So I'll make another new layer for this actually. So with the neckline, I'm thinking about doing the Peter Pan collar. So it'd be kind of like which would kind of fit because they're in the Feywild right now. That actually feels very fitting. So let me make sure I can do this. So here's our slime girl so far. Then, ooh, what I could do is I'm making another new layer for this. Could have it come down here. Then flare, flare, and then that. So then what I could do with that is and then something about that doesn't look right. I'm not sure. You know what, hold on. I could do a sleeve that's very similar to the one she has in her regular outfit that I've drawn on here before. I don't remember I actually made a video of making her character sheet, or her, not her character sheet, her design sheet. But her design sheet has these sort of poofed out sleeves right here. And I think that would fit, actually. That would actually look very cute. Okay. So let me do the same thing over here. Now I know puff sleeves like this weren't really common back then, I'm pretty sure. But again, this is fantasy, so we can do whatever we want. Alright, but seriously though, this is actually really fucking cute. And for all we know, these clothes could belong to a noble, maybe a time traveler, we don't fucking know. We don't know who these clothes previously belonged to. I'm going to just kind of roughly draw this in, just to kind of remind myself what this is. I don't know, I have a habit of, like, whenever I have a character who doesn't wear obvious armor, so like bards and all that, like I tend to draw them as not wearing very obvious armor. they wear it under their clothes, typically, or as a corset. Which I don't know why I do that, but I kind of like doing that. Just looks nice, I feel like. So we have that so far. Now I gotta decide if I want to give her pants or a skirt. Which, I'm not sure which I want to do yet. I'm really not sure. So we'll take a quick break from it, and I'm going to look up some references, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Hello, buds. Okay, so just got back from a bit of a longer break than I initially intended. I feel like my computer's gotten even laggier somehow. I don't know. But I'll hopefully be able to fix it later. If it gets to be too much, then I'll just try restarting my computer and see if that helps. Don't know what's going on here. But yeah, so I did some research into more medieval style skirts. A lot of them, from what I saw, looked heavier down at the bottom and kind of had that really nice kind of wave, I guess. It's kind of like, I don't know what to call it, but it looked really nice. However, the way that I imagine my character fights, the way that I imagine Lorelei fights and moves around, she'd need something more lightweight. Because she moves around a lot. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it. She also doesn't really tend to wear much that's very long. Most of the time I always imagine her wearing like shorts or shorter skirts that are kind of like around the knees or a little bit above the knees. Same with shorts. She usually wears those really poofy shorts. So, let's see what we can come up with here. So I'm actually going to real quick just kind of, which layer is it that has this? I think it's this one. So I'm going to move this out a little bit more. Right. Let me fix that. Okay, that's gonna have to work for now. This is just a sketch, so shouldn't be straight. There we go. Then that'll be fine for now. So let's go ahead and start a new layer. So what I'm thinking is maybe skirt starts up here, kind of not in the middle of the corset, but close to like this part of the corset right here. Not, you know what I mean. And then it's like a shorter skirt, so it'll be about right here, I'm thinking. So let's try that. I'm gonna have it trying to figure out how to do this. Alright, so let's try this. I feel like I'm not doing too well, but we're going to try our best, guys. Alright, and then this goes like this. I suck at these kinds of clothing, like, styles, where it has those waves right there. I've always been really bad at that. So, let's hope I actually do a decent enough job at this at least. Alright, so I'm going to actually move it up a bit more, because that's a little longer than I wanted. It still looks cute, but let's see how it would look if I shorten it a little bit. About right there, I'm thinking. And then that. Okay. Let me once again find the horse. Okay. Horse is right there. So a little bit of the top of the skirt will peek out from the sort of sash deal that we got going on here. Let me actually do something about this. We're gonna make the white out layer. Don't know why I keep calling it that. It's not really white out, but it's just so if I want to, I can just go back and adjust. Or not adjust, I can just go back and basically just not have it erased. So if I want to change how the skirt looks or anything, I can just fix that more easily. Okay, let me do another whiteout layer. Let's see how this will look. Alright, so far, you do this. And then the sleeves, fix that up. Whoops. Okay. So this is what we got so far. Let me just... Where's that color layer? Where is it? There it is. Alright, so this is what we got so far. I don't know why, it makes me think of like someone who accidentally became a pirate. I don't know why, that's what comes to mind. But it is. I kind of don't mind it. Alright, let's skirt layer. I always forget where my layers are. I need to start naming them properly. But... Alright, there we go. Okay, I kind of like this. But... Let's try something. Alright, I want to make it shorter. Just because I feel like that makes her legs look like much longer than they are. Which is very nice, I feel like, because I feel like she'd be the type of person to want to make her legs very much like not show them off. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say kind of just make them visible because that makes sorry. That makes it easier for her to just start like when she's performing to kind of show what she's doing. Because I feel like she'd be someone who'd very much like the audience to kind of dance with her. She is very much a dancer, more so than like a singer, considering she doesn't really have a voice at all. Quite literally. So she definitely rely more so on her dancing and instrument playing. And I imagine that the dancing is more preferable for her. That's just kind of how she is. She just likes to dance. Okay, I really like that. Let's see how it'll look with her hair. Okay, that's actually really cute. Okay. I might actually have to restart my computer or something, because that may be some troubles. Oh no. Alright, I will be right back again. I am so sorry. And I am back again. I am so sorry. I don't think this lag issue will be fixed for a while because it's still going. which is very unfortunate, but we'll just keep going and hope for the best, essentially. But I had an idea while I was away. I was thinking about this. I might... Let me erase this right here. I'm not going to use whiteout for this because I'm pretty certain that this is what I want to do with it. So let me find this whiteout layer. Okay. Let me find the corset layer. Okay, right there. And I'm actually going to do this. Trying to get it right. And then there. I think that's good. That's better than what I was doing before, at least in my opinion. So let's go ahead and I'm also going to make a little adjustment here. Line this up a little bit better. And then there we go. So I think that's a lot better. Just that little change. So now I had an idea for her shoes. So I'm going to see. Is this just her head? What is this? This is whole body. Okay. So I'm going to copy this real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this is her body layer. Going to bring her feet down like this a little bit more, changing it up a little bit. For her shoes. So I had a specific idea for her shoes. Let's see if I can... So, can it be like this little shape around the toes? Don't know how visible that'll be here, but I'll try to make it a little bit more visible. Okay. So then we can go back and kind of just... Thankfully I did make this a copy, so this won't be affecting the actual, like, the original sketch. So this will be fine. And then the idea was, it's kind of like some shoes I saw that I really wanted recently, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So I'm horrible at drawing shoes. Remember one time, this was like early on, someone had complimented me on how I draw shoes, and honestly, I don't think I'm that good at drawing shoes. They're just really difficult. And this was like a long time ago, so maybe I was good at drawing shoes at that point, and some reason I just stopped being good at it. I don't know. But I'm doing my best, and that's what's important. I don't want her to wear super high heels or anything like that. I just want there to be a slight kind of platform, almost. Like a slight bit of height with the sole of the shoe. Which for some reason seems very difficult for me. I'm very used to giving them a little bit more of a heel. That's really a lot harder than I was expecting not to. So I'm going to real quick, let me change this to blue. I'm going to do a very basic sketch here of the height that I'm thinking of. So about up to here. Then it would go like this. I'll add actual detailing to it in a bit, but I'm just kind of trying to. So thinking like this. And kind of matches the Peter Pan collar a little bit. Goes down here. Then like that into the sole. Is that the sole or is the sole the inside part of the shoe? I'm trying to remember now. Because I'm pretty sure I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Oh well. So, thinking about going and giving a Peter Pan collar also to the shoe. Let me go back and adjust this a little bit. There we go. Bring that in a bit more. And then we're going to add a little bit of a fold in here. So this is what I was thinking. So I will do the same thing on this side as about this height. I'm really bad at this, but I'm doing my best, so that's okay. So now we're going to bring it out like this. Peter Pan collar for the shoe. Make sure I'm getting it right. So then we go down like this. Okay. Then this won't have the same sort of fold, because this one's a little bit more stretched out. Maybe we should add a little bit more of a heel there. Alright, so something kind of like this. I'm going to do that. Alright. Sorry, I have a cough for some reason right now. Okay, I'm going to actually make a little bit of an indentation there. And let's see. Hopefully this will look good. If not, I'm probably going to try to find some new references for the shoes. Yeah, we're going to connect it all the way there, and then right there. I could probably stand to kind of just bring this in a little bit more. Alright, that's better. Well, no, because then it's not as interesting of a silhouette. I'm really trying to put more thought into the silhouette with this character specifically, just because I want her especially to have a very recognizable silhouette, because she doesn't have much detail to her. And I feel like that's a good way to make her more recognizable. I do want my characters to have good silhouettes, and that's something I feel like I haven't been doing a lot of lately. Or for a while, really. So I'm going to test it out at some point, kind of just make silhouettes of all my characters and see if they are still easily recognizable or not. That's the idea I have, at least. Alright, I'm going to also, here, I'm going to... Why isn't it looking right? What's going on? No, I'll work on that a little bit later, because for some reason it's just not looking right. For some reason, she says. God, my throat. I'm sorry. You know, I thought about giving her bells, But then I realized that that would be very bad for when she needs to be stealthy. Like, for any reason that she needs to be stealthy, that would be really bad. Like if she just had a couple of bells on her shoes or something. It would admittedly be great for comedy value. Not so much for survival value. And survival value is what's the most important here. But also, there does need to be some style, I guess. Right, now let me see if I can... this. Okay, I'm going to just do that for now. And then... trying to figure out what else I need to do. I want to fix this, because for some reason that knee, something about it is bothering me really bad. What did I just do? I accidentally dragged a layer up. Okay. Right. Let's see. Let me fix this. It's just bothering me really bad. There. Fixed it a bit. That... the way I drew the heels is bothering me. I'm gonna have to change that. Okay, let me real quick get rid of that little bit of undersketch. Yeah, something about this is just bothering me. I don't know what it is. I think I need to bring this out a little bit more. That already looks better. Yeah, I think that was my issue. I was being so dramatic for no reason. Alright, so we got that much done. I'm trying to think of what else I need to do. I wanted to make this part a different color, so I'm going to do that. Let me just make sure I actually get this perspective right. There we go. So I'm going to sketch that out. So I'm probably not going to line it that way. So I make sure I got that taken care of. And then there. And there. Alright. Now I just need to go and I'm gonna erase some lines. Alright, so now I'm probably going to add some more folds to that leg. Add one right here. Yeah, make this go. I don't know, we'll figure that out later, I guess. And then I want to add something to the legs because, I don't know, I feel like that would be very interesting. I could add some socks. So socks could go right here. Or, actually, could just have them peeking out a little bit. Just kind of a little peek of socks down here. And down here. If I can get them right. There we go. Alright, so we got this done so far. Now I will be cleaning up a little bit and then we'll align it. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Took me a little longer than I expected. But I did make some adjustments, and I forgot that I need to add in the cloak that she got, the Cloak of Billowing, which I'm going to try to make a little big on her, just because I think that would be kind of funny. Plus it would be pretty accurate, I feel like, because she is very small. She is 3 feet 5 inches, if I remember to. I will put that in centimeters up on screen right now. Okay, hopefully I remember to put it up there. If not, I am so sorry. Yell at me in the comments. I will try to remember. But, yeah. So I'm going to real quick, before I actually start on the line art, which will be sped up, just to save some time here. Same thing with the base coloring, and then I'll show you all how I do that and how I guess this is going to turn into a semi-tutorial at some point, but I don't know. If you all want me to do a dedicated tutorial to anything, just let me know, but right now, I'm not sure if I'm actually good at any particular part to warrant giving a tutorial. So we'll see what all of you think. So right now we're going to just go ahead and make a cloak. Just gonna make a, let me actually do this in blue just to do the basic shape for it. Got hiccups. Oh no. You're gonna make that disappear for a second. So I want it to kind of be like that, and then okay. Let me just make some adjustments. And then right here. Then just because I think it would be kind of funny to have that. It's gonna be probably not that big, but this is just to kind of get a basic shape going. Kind of want it to kind of do that. And of course it's going to go off screen. Something kind of like this. I think that would be cute. I'm actually going to make some adjustments here. If you see me looking down, I'm so sorry. I'm just also multitasking right now. Alright, so this is kind of the basic shape of what we want from this. I'm sorry, having that there is just a little funny to me. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this. I also gotta, oops, like that. Okay, let me see if I can actually, I'm pretty bad at cloaks, even though I actually have quite a few characters who wear them. I just never draw them. Alright, so we got that down. Okay. And to lower the opacity a good bit. Now let me just kind of go over it with the red for the sketch. I'm going to zoom in for this. Okay, so I want there to be like a one there. Okay, so they're going to, these two parts are going to be kind of attached by like some beads, I'm thinking. Something small. So the cloak, she just kind of found, so it's not really like gonna match her aesthetic that much, I feel like. Because it's just something that she kind of found in a pile. So, it doesn't really have to match completely. Alright, so that's gonna have to work, I think. Then just go ahead and... There we go. It's just gonna be covering her completely at this point. Alright, so... let's see if I can... No, it's gonna be oversized on her, so it doesn't have to fit perfectly, is what I'm thinking. So let's do this, okay. Now I'm just going to make some beads that kind of connect these two parts. So let me actually use this little tool, this helpful tool. Oh, whoops. Let me make it smaller. Smaller. Good. Okay. Then one right here. And one right here. I have to clean that up a bit. Alright, and now I'm going to actually shrink down. There we go. And let's do this. I just really like that she's mostly a lot of round shapes. It's very, very cute to me. Oh. Give me a second. Okay. There. Alright. Now I just gotta fix this up. And there we go. I might send this to some of my friends just to see what they think of it. Because it's very good to get some critique, if you can. If you have some people that you trust the opinions of, definitely try to get that critique. Delete the blue, and then I'm going to again do the whiteout thing I showed earlier. just so this way we can see what it will look like once I actually erase this part. I also, when I was fixing it up, I noticed that there were some like proportion issues that I didn't fix. Something that's like just small stuff mostly that just didn't really fit that well with how I imagined her. So I made her thighs a little thicker and made a few small adjustments there. I think I made her waist even thinner. I don't think I did, but I probably did. I don't know. I can't remember what I did right now. Because honestly, this is like a few days later. I've gotten busy. Okay, so now let's see if this will look good. Once I get all this erased. I can't get over that. It looks like a cartoon bump. It looks like she got knocked on the head. Okay, I need... It's not that funny. Poor Lorelei. Okay, I'm gonna send this off real quick. See what some of my other friends think. I'm using the snipping tool for this and it's... There we go. I don't think I'll keep that bump. It's just... It makes me laugh. I don't know why it's so funny to me. The bump is killing me. Alright, I might actually get rid of the bump. It really isn't that funny. I don't know why I keep laughing. Okay, let me just go ahead and... There. It really should not be as funny as it is, to me at least. Technically, she could reshape herself a bit to kind of keep from having these little bumps and stuff, but I don't think she'd... I feel like... I don't want to say like she'd be too lazy for that, but I feel like she'd be too lazy for that. Like, she would just be like, eh, they can deal with it. They can deal with all the bumps, I don't care. But I feel like that bump would probably bother her too, so we might go ahead with that, is what I'm thinking. Wait and see what one of my other friends thinks. So let's see what the damage is here. Okay. And we have to move this over. Oh boy. Okay, let's move this over too. I know it's gonna go even more off the page now, but that's fine. I don't care that much. Alright, so this is what we got. So I really like this so far. I don't know about y'all, but I really like this. I will add a little bit of detailing with the folds. Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a... right here. I'm really bad with folds, I need to warn you. It's something that I'm still trying to practice. It's not very easy. That's for sure. I definitely need to do more cloth studies, I feel like. Alright, so I think for now we're going to go with that. Alright. So, yeah. I will speed through the line art of the one without the cloak. And then afterwards we'll see if the cloaked one is changing. Right, let's speed through it. Okay, so we've done the line art. I did decide to take away that bump, so she is not gonna have that bump. But yeah, so now all we need to do is actually work on the cloak, and then I can go do all the colors, and we will speed through that. I will show you guys a little bit of how I kind of just add in the flats, which is very simple. It's a very easy way for me to do it because of my style. Sorry, my throat. And then we'll get around to the details. So yeah, let's go ahead through the cloak drawing process. It is currently late at night, so I should probably quiet it down a bit more. But yeah, so how I did this was basically I just did the auto select, which on Clip Studio Paint is W. So you can go to that, refer to editing layer only, go to the layer with the line art, do that. Make sure it's on, it's only selecting whatever's on that layer. And then go to select, expand selected area. You can do 1 or 2. I usually do 2 when I do these really thick outlines on the outside part of the drawing. And then invert it. And that's how I get this. And then I just go in and clean it up if I need to. It helps a lot. It helps me at least. I do need to do some cleanups, so let me make sure I'm on the right one. Okay, the right layer. So, thankfully I don't need to do too much cleaning up as usual with this technique. It won't work for every style though. Especially styles that have thinner lines. If you do it, just be aware that you may have some cleaning up to do if you're someone who very much wants it to be completely clean. Like, just everything in a certain way, I guess. If it matters to you to, like, zoom in, like this. I know most people aren't going to do this, but I don't know, it's a habit at this point. No, I'm delaying pixels at this point, but okay, I need to stop. But yeah, let's zoom back out. So I've made 2 folders. You can't really see, but I made 2 folders. So I'm making a cloakless folder and a cloaked folder. 1 second. There we go. So what we're now going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually make some layers. So I'm going to make a skin folder with a skin base. And then within that folder, I'm going to make another folder called shading. And then within that will be a layer called shading base. I've pretty much always done this with all of my... Well, not always done it, but I've been doing it for a long time now with all of my art. Just helps me keep everything more organized. So I'm actually going to make this a little easier on myself. I'm going to clip the shading base, or the shading folder, I mean, to the skin base. So I'm gonna have those, gonna have that clipped. Then I'm just going to real quick make some copies of that folder just to save myself some time. And I'm going to rename the folder, the main folder, so like the folder that says skin, I'm going to rename that to hair. And then skin base, I'm going to rename to hair base. So I'm basically just going to go through and do that. For the eyes, I do, so the folder is eyes, the base is eye base, or eyes base, and then I make another folder within the eyes folder, and it's for the irises. So, and then the irises base. Irises don't get their own shading, folder. So go ahead and do that. Then I'm just going to do that with the rest of what I need, essentially. So got the skin, hair, eyes, shirt, and then shirt base. For this, I will be doing the cloak, so cloak. And then cloak base. I'm gonna keep going. Got to make another layer, I think. So I got skin, hair, eyes, shirt, cloak, and then need to make the skirt. So I'm going to rearrange these in a bit. Just try and get all of them out there real quick. Skirt. And then shoes. And then finally accessories. Now these are all the ones in the cloaked folder. So I'm just going to copy and paste them over to the cloak list folder after I after I clip all those folders to the base layer. This helps me personally, it won't help everyone. So definitely try different ways of layering if you want to use layers. If you don't want to use layers, it's perfectly fine to use a single layer. This just helps me. So I'll go ahead and clip all those folders, then Control C, go down to Cloak Less, Control V. Now we just gotta wait for it to actually paste. This might take a second. There we go. And then I'm just going to, in the Cloak List folder, I'm just going to delete the Cloak folder, because that won't be needed. So I'm counting accessories as the corset, the fabric here, and the little peeking socks that she has. They're just barely peeking. So, real quick. Okay. I have my concept sheet that I made for her on the side. She doesn't really have a reference sheet. She has a concept sheet, or a design sheet that I made. But I'm keeping it on the side to take colors for our color palette. Now I'm going to start with her sort of base colors, so like her skin, hair, and eyes. And then we'll figure out her clothes from there. So I'll see you in a little bit. I'm sorry that we have to keep speeding up so much, by the way. I just don't want to bore you guys too much, and if you want an actual more in-depth tutorial, let me know. Alright. I'll see you after the speed. I accidentally hit stop recording. Okay, so we have finished the hair, skin, and eyes. At least we finished the flat colors. I'm going to work on this completely. I'm going to try to work on this completely before shifting it over to the cloaked version. So then I can just add whatever I need to and then add in the colors for the cloak. So we're going to ignore the cloaked version for now, and we're going to focus on the cloakless version. So, since she had just found these clothes kind of in a pile, I don't want them to match her current outfit in terms of color scheme as much. So we're going to test some stuff out. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and throw on a color. And we'll see. We'll change it up in a bit. So I'm using the Enma R bucket. And it's on refer to multiple layers. So we're going to go with that for now. Sorry, my throat. So we're going to do this. Gotta be very careful with this because those lines are thin. So I'm trying to be extra careful just to get how I want it to be. Might be a little easier said than done. You know what? I'm just gonna do like this. And then figure it out later. Because this will be on a different layer. The the corset and all. So for now, this is what we got. I'm actually going to make part of it a different color. The green actually kind of looks interesting on her, not gonna lie. But let's see. I'm gonna do this and this. And then I kind of want the skirt to match with the collar and this little part of the sleeves. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and do the rest. Like I said, I want the skirt to be that same color. So let's go ahead and do that. It's fine if we're a little bit messy. Something I have to remind myself about all the time. Alright, so we got that so far. And then the shoes, we're just going to go ahead and... Whoops. Did not mean to do that. So let me just make them a deep brown for now. Okay. Shit. I didn't realize that part did not get filled in. So we'll go ahead and fix that. Alright, so I had to make sure I'll stop recording for a second. So, what I'm thinking is go back to the shoes layer. Kind of want to, real quick, just try this out. Going to make this a different layer. Okay. Let me fix that. Okay. You guys probably didn't notice that. That probably wasn't as noticeable as I was thinking it was. Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Alright, I just changed the color a little bit for the soles. I might want to do those in a different color, but we'll see. I'm not certain of a whole lot yet for this. Right, now we work on the accessories. So we're going to figure out the colors in a little bit. I might look on Pinterest for color schemes, just for some inspiration, but we'll see. And then we'll just kind of go in and do the socks. And then the other accessories as well. We're just kind of filling in the space right now. And then we can change the colors later on. Fixing those real quick. Okay. Then let's go over here and just start on this. I hope I'm not being too quiet, by the way. If you made it this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I know I'm not the best when it comes to videos at all. I'm very much someone who doesn't always know what to say, so I just really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, buds. Yeah. Going to keep going. Alright. And then for this, let's see what I can do. Just gonna make it a random color. Just go to yellow. Oh fuck, right. It's on the wrong layer. That's fun. Alright, so it's going to go ahead. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So this is what we got so far. We're not going to stick to these colors at all. For some reason I thought I was muted for a second. I was going to be really sad if I was muted that whole time. So we're just going to go ahead and experiment with some colors, see what we can do. See how different colors will look. So let's see. Kinda wanna go with a lighter teal. Or, yeah, lighter cyan color for the top. Just because I think it would look really nice with her eyes. But maybe that's doing too much blue. So let's go directly opposite. This is going to, yeah, this is basically her normal color scheme. What if we go more towards the red? Okay, hold on. Might be onto something. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I do kind of want to keep that white, but I don't know. But hold on. Let's go back to the shirt again. Maybe let's try for an orange. Okay, that actually looks kind of nice. That's a nice color. Gonna lighten it a bit more. Or not. Okay. And then maybe another shade of orange for this fabric. Let's see how this looks. No. Doesn't look as good as I was hoping. Okay, let me try something more like this. This sort of color. Let's drag it more towards the purple. Maybe make it a little bit more gray. Something kind of like that, maybe. Should I make this a different layer? And then go over to this. Go for a green fabric right here. Maybe like a dark green? No. Trying to see what might work for this. Something kind of like this? I could also just go for this color. I'm having a really hard time deciding. Right, and then I actually might want to do a bit of a gradient. So let's see how that would look. Let me make this smaller. Drag this more towards the pink. Okay, a slight gradient, I think. A slight gradient would look nice. Like that. I kind of like that, actually. It's cute. Alright, and then let's... Maybe I can color pick this. And I could just leave that corset as being that color. Actually, I think this would look really nice, so what I'm thinking of doing. Alright, let me do this, okay. Fuck. Trying to get this to look just right. I'll fix that. Okay, and there we go. I kind of like that, actually. Maybe I could make the corset a slightly different color. So let me do that real quick. This lighter color, maybe? Is what I'm thinking. No. Let's try the color I put on the sole, which is a bit more of a warm, dark brown. Oops. There we go. I kind of like that just because it brings a little bit more attention there, but then, I don't know. Just kind of gives her an interesting look, I guess. Because I really wanted a lot of the focus to be on her upper half rather than her lower half. So I'm like trying to think of different ways to bring more attention here. But now I feel like something's missing. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I could put a bow. I'm just gonna do that for fun. I'm not gonna keep it. I just want to see what it would look like. Like a bow right here. See what that would look like. Just gonna take this color. Why is that actually kind of cute? Seriously, why is that actually kind of cute? I was joking. I don't actually want to give her a bow, but why is it actually cute? I don't understand how that works. Oh my god. That makes it even better. Wait, hold on a second. Should I actually give her a bow? No, never mind. That makes her look too much like a kid. It just made me realize. I'm trying to figure out what I can do. I could give her a necklace. So let's see what that would be like. Like a little choker necklace type thing. If I can get it the way I want it to be. Kind of want it to be thin. Okay, hold on. I think I'm actually onto something here. Okay, let me just... I want it to be a thin choker. And then I'm actually going to add something on top of it. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep it simple. But I could do like a double choker type thing, type of deal. Hold on. Let me make this smaller. Trying to get this right. Nah, we're just gonna keep the one. We'll just keep the one. Let me move it over. Alright, there we go. Trying to get it in the right place. I think that'll work. There we go. Then I'm just going to grab color from down here. Go back to the accessories base and I'm going to go over that. Shit, there we go. It was alpha locked. Okay, I actually really like this outfit. I didn't really think I would, to be honest with you. I think for the shoes, I'm going to try to darken them up a bit. So I'm actually going to take a very dark, warm brown color, like this color. I'm going to completely cover the shoes in that and do multiply. And then just kind of lower the opacity a bit. There. I think I like that. No. Actually, yeah. I'm just going to make another layer, make it a saturation layer. Then I'm going to take a blue, same tone. That thing. Okay. Now, just going to take a much darker blue. And put it all over the shoes. It feels like a very subtle change, but I can see it. Alright, I like that. I like that a lot. I could test something with this. Let's see. I don't know. No. I think we're going to keep that brown color. So let's go ahead and bring this back. Alright, I really like this. It also honestly fits her style, but it's not like... I feel like it's not something that she bought. I feel like it's something she just kind of threw together, almost. But like, in a really good way. So we got that part done. Now we just gotta do the details, and then we can move on to the cloaked version. If you guys want to know how to do skin, I will definitely do a tutorial on that, because skin is usually what takes me the longest. However, with Lorelei, I don't have to put that much effort in, because she's a slime. So she doesn't have like blood vessels and all that sort of stuff. I still give her a little bit of a blush, just because I really like doing that. That's just something I like to do. so I will be doing that, but I will also be doing, and I've talked about this in other videos, where I take the skin color, lighten that in the color wheel, take the airbrush, brush it on into the middle, and I actually take it beyond the middle as well, so we can add glow layer, kind of just push it around, do what you want with it. But what I do, I'll also take it to the hands, arms, just kind of loosely put it on a little bit. Places that I feel like would have some color variation. A little bit on the neck as well, usually. Then more on the arms. And the legs. Sometimes I'll make the skin tone darker than I actually want it to be, and I'll do this, and for some reason I just really like the effect it gives. Then I'll just lower the opacity. A pretty good bit, I'd say. I lower it down to, for her, I lower it down to around 12. And it just gives this really nice effect. I really like it. And I'm going to do the same thing with her hair, basically. But yeah, so I'm gonna still add a little bit more darkness to the cheeks, just because I personally like doing that. And what I'm going to do is I have her skin color, right? So I have her skin color. Going to drag it a little more towards the darker blue because it is currently more in between blue and green, and it's very on the light side. So I'm going to bring it closer over to as blue as it can get. I'm going to bring it closer. I'm not going to bring it all the way there, but most of the way there. Then I'm going to darken it just a bit. Bring it to a more saturated, darker tone. And just kind of brush it on. Kind of start from here. Around the eyes. Typically, I would use a more red-pink tone, but because of the way that she is, I just go with this color. And then, once I have that, I'm going to actually bring it back to a little bit lighter and more saturated. So I'm going to do that. And that's how I'm going to bring it across. And then a little bit more down here. Kind of concentrate most of that darkness. Why can I not talk? Most of that darkness around the top of the cheeks. And then, I think I'm gonna have to go to bed after this just because it is very late. It is past midnight. For me, that is pretty late, I guess. Really depends on the day, probably. I'm going to just kind of bring the... I might make it multiply. Yeah, I made a multiply layer. Then just kind of mess around with the opacity. Why couldn't I think of the word? I'm probably going to bring down the glow layer I did earlier as well. Just because it is very intense on that nose area. And then bring down that multiply layer to around 36. And that's how I do Lorelei's skin. Now, I also do shines a good bit, and I will very likely add more shininess to her skin since she is a slime. Then on her nose. And then add glow both all this and bring it down. I probably won't bring it down as low as I normally would. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go and add more shininess, which You can do this in any way you want, I guess, with slime skin. But this is just how I like to do it. Bring it to a lot of the face. Then we make a color dodge, I think. No. Flow dodge. Yes. And I'm just kind of going to kind of sculpt it out a bit. Since I want it mostly focused on higher points of her face. And bring it down. So I brought it down to 10%, which is not a whole lot really, but for me it's enough to make a difference. And then I'm going to go back in, going to make this a blue, going to add more color right here. Then I'm going to make that add glow. A little bit right there. Okay. And then I pretty much just do the same with the rest of her skin, just kind of continuously add shine in the places that I feel like would get a lot of light. So like this part of the arm that's facing more upwards. Because I'm imagining the light is coming down from here, kind of. You guys probably couldn't see that, to be honest. But, I don't know why, I just don't like showing my cursor for some reason. I think that's just because I'm very self-conscious, because my, hands tend to twitch. So sometimes my cursor will just fly across the screen. Now we're going to bring this down. Now, something else I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some darkness. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did earlier, bring it a little more towards the blue, but this time I'm using a very saturated blue. So we're going to actually go down this way, down this way. Alright, now multiply. We're just going to do this. Bring it down to 13%. I use very low opacity for most of these effects, but I feel like they look really nice by the end of it. Okay, so let's try to finish this. At least I'm hoping that's what we can do. So I'm just going to add the effects I want to the hair and everything else. And I'm just going to transfer it all over to this one. And then we'll work on the cloak, and we'll be done. So let's go ahead and work on the hair. Oops, wrong layer. Alright, so let me see. So I'm going to kind of, for the highlight, I think I'm going to go more warm. So I'm going to do like a warm yellow color. Which hopefully it'll look good. Here. So we're going to make it add glow. Make it a little bit more, okay. So let's go ahead and do this. Then I'm pretty much just going to continue on that. I'll fix that in a bit, but let's do this next. To kind of have it also good here. God, my voice cracks, I'm so sorry. Right. And then I'm just gonna add the shine down here as well. And then bring down the opacity a good bit, about right here. I'm actually going to take the eraser. I'm just going to erase right here, since that is all going to be in shadow. Then I'll add the actual highlights. Make that lighter. And then just going to add these, essentially. I'm doing it a bit different. Well, not even a bit different, it's very different than what I normally do, because this hair is not the usual hair texture. It's very solid. It's very solid, all kind of just one piece. So that's what we're going to do. And then add glow. Right now. Alright, not much really needs to be done. So now we're just going to go ahead and do the shading. Which I think the shading, let me go to my shading colors. Usual shading colors, alright. I made a color set on Clip Studio Paint that has all the colors I usually use for my shading. So let's try this for the shading. I forgot to make the shading folder multiply. I usually do that and I forgot. Okay, so let's look. I like this. So we're going to do that, and then just going to do very little bit of shading. So I don't want to make it too detailed, since the main focus of this is really the change in outfit, pretty much. So let me actually change the shading color. See if this looks better. Okay, I like that one better. Then just lower the opacity. There we go. Alright. So I think I will be using this color as shading, which is a very light, kind of blue-purple color. It is mostly purple, more purple than blue, but it's really nice. I like it. It's probably one of my favorite colors to shade with. Then skin, I'm going to go ahead and do the shading there as well. Let me also fix the layer mode. There we go. So let's go ahead and get that done. I might speed through this part, so yeah. Trying not to have this go on for too long, partly because I don't want you guys to sit through all of this. It might take me a bit longer than I honestly expected, but also videos take me forever anyways to upload, and I really don't want this to be uploading for 2 days. Not again. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished that up, and now I'm just trying to align the colors with her, trying to get this aligned, sorry. Look. Trying to get everything aligned with this version of her. So we did that. You can kind of see where everything is because the coloring. Right. So now, it's still not aligned properly. Okay, I think that's better. I think that's aligned. Okay. All right. So merge some layers. Okay. So now I just need to make some mild adjustments. Just notice this little thing right there. Alright, and then I'm gonna fix the shadows. So let me just do that. Alright. And then I'm going to take away the shininess of her hair. And change the way her highlights on her face look as well. Okay, there's the layer. It's not going to be super big changes. Oops. Just kind of moving them around, placing them in different areas. Going to get rid of the hair highlights. Or actually, let me do this. I can erase the majority of them. So this, this, and then going to move them down. And I'm going to use liquefy, the shrinking function of it. And I'm going to just shrink these down. And then move them wherever I need them to be. That's in a pretty good spot, I think. At least it's okay. Alright. Shrinking that one down even more. And moving it down. I'm going to reshape this one a bit. So it's this one. So just some mild adjustments for the most part. And then adjusting the shading as well, so right here. And then I'm going to go to the cloaked line art layer, grab the wand tool, the magic wand tool, and make sure it's only counting this layer. I'm going to go ahead and grab as much of the cloak as I can, which is all of it. And then go to select, expand selected area. Let's make it 2. And then I'm going to go to my cloak folder. And I'm going to actually, I think, try to see how this looks. Take this lighter brown color from the shoes. I'm gonna go with that. And then I'll go and do these beads that I am going to make silver. Let's make them a blue tone silver rather than just straight up neutral. So there we go. We got that much done so far. Alright, trying to decide if I like this for the color. Not sure yet. I might just go with it because it matches her shoes pretty well, and it doesn't have to fully look good on her. She's just found it, I guess. Which, I also use that same reasoning for trying to go with a different design for her outfit, and I love it on her. Definitely seems like something she'd wear, just probably not put together herself. But, yeah. So let's just go ahead and do the shading and we'll see how we feel about it after that. After we add in all the effects and stuff. Alright, so we went ahead and got that part done. Just going to add probably a little bit of a lighter color near the top. Go back to that. Okay. We're just going to kind of do this, kind of make it look like there's some light shining down. Then add glow. And if you saw my when I was doing that shading, if you saw for a bit there, it went really bad. It kind of jerked upwards. That's because I got startled really bad by a noise in the background. I was like, what the hell? Scared the shit out of me. But yeah, so we're just about done. I am probably going to add some little shines on the beads. So I'm just going to do that real quick. But other than that, we're pretty close to being done with this. This is mostly to show the change of outfit. So I'm not too focused on making it look great or anything like that. Like, I'm not too focused on the on whether it looks professional or not. I just want to kind of get this idea across. So, yeah. I'm going to add some more darkness to everything under the cloak, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so I think that's all I really need to do. Can't really think of anything else. So I'll just add a basic background color, and I'll see you all in the next video. I hope you had a good time, enjoyed listening to me ramble. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Hopefully the next video will be a little bit more interesting. And yeah, see you next time. Bye. Have sweet dreams. Real quick, cutting in, while you guys are seeing the full finished project. I didn't realize I accidentally gave her 6 fingers. I promise Lorelei does not have 6 fingers. So I went back and I fixed it. I am so sorry that I did not notice that mistake for the longest time. I don't know how I didn't notice. But yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully it won't happen again.